Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jessie Liu-Ernsting. I'm the VP of Investor Relations and Communications at G Mining Ventures. And I'll be making some forward-looking statements today. So G Mining Ventures was launched 4 years ago with the vision of becoming the next leading intermediate gold producer through flawless project execution. And our strategy is very simple: buy, build, operate. And today, we're underpinned by 3 high-quality assets in good jurisdictions in South America, areas that principals of the company have had previous experience building good mining operations successfully. A lot of people ask me, what is the secret sauce to G Mining going from 200 million to almost 3 billion market cap within less than 5 years? And this is the slide. We have accumulated a good portfolio of high-quality assets in mining-friendly jurisdictions, and that was made possible by the support of our shareholders. We have tremendous access to capital from long-term, high-quality institutions. And more importantly, the management team does everything in-house. We call that our self-perform approach. That is really the secret sauce. That removes the principal agency problem that a lot of companies may have and makes us accountable to everything we do and align all our actions with our shareholders' interest. So that's really a winning MO that we can apply from project to project. And through that, we have found this very repeatable formula for value creation. Here's a snapshot of your management team, who are all experts in our respective mandates, and our highly esteemed board as well. Louis Gignac on the top left, being our chairman, and as Brian mentioned. So G Mining Ventures can really trace its roots back to G Mining Services, launched by Louis Gignac, our chairman, and inductee into the Canadian Mining Hall of Fame. Over the past 20 years, G Mining Services has delivered over $2.5 billion worth of CapEx projects, all successfully on time and on or below budget for the clients that you see there: IAMGOLD, Newmont, Lundin Gold. In an industry where most companies choose to outsource their development and construction, we like to be the masters of our own destiny by doing everything in-house and design, build, and operate our own mines. The approach of outsourcing to EPCM seemingly offsets the risk to the contractor, who then subcontracts to multiple other parties. But people don't take into account that those multiple other parties have their own built-in profit margins when they submit you the proposal. And that approach also doesn't take into account the possible capital blowout that comes from scope changes and schedule slippage. Whereas at G Mining, we do all of our own engineering, procurement, logistics, supply chain, construction, commissioning, operations readiness, and all with our own team that we have trained up in-house. So why do we do that? That gives us, that self-perform approach gives us the accountability for every action we take, and also enables us to solve problems in real time when things happen on site, instead of waiting for that monthly report after 2-3 months' time, as the case in a lot of other mining projects. So this approach has helped us control our cost, optimize the schedule, reduce the risk, and enhance the project return. So after having generated tremendous return for our clients as G Mining Services, the principals have decided to launch G Mining Ventures. So fast forward 4 years after RTO, in October of 2020, we are now underpinned by 3 assets, and we are a nascent gold producer out of our Tocantinzinho mine in Brazil. So Tocantinzinho, TZ for short, is in northwestern Brazil. 3 years after we acquired it from Eldorado Gold, we declared commercial production in September. and poured over 62,000 ounces of gold in 2024. Once the mine reaches nameplate capacity in Q1 of this year, the life of mine average production is going to be over 175,000 ounces for over 10 years. And that's going to be generating great positive cash flow to fund the other growth initiatives within the company. Oko West is the next project in our pipeline, and it marks a step change in our growth trajectory. We acquired that through the merger with Reunion Gold in July of last year. So in September, we published our PEA, which contemplates producing over 350,000 ounces per year for 13 years. And Guyana, for those who are not familiar, is an extremely mining-friendly jurisdiction. So operating there, we target that we'll be in construction within the year and in operation within 3 years. Lastly, we also acquired the Gurupi, or Central Gold Project in Brazil, from BHP, which closed in December. And it came with a large JORC-compliant resource and also extensive historic exploration database, including data on over 135 meters of drilling. And so we're very excited by the exploration potential here because it's on a large land package of almost 2,000 square kilometers and along an 85-kilometer greenstone belt.
This story starts with only a bank account, then we acquired this project, and then we decide to go ahead with the construction and make this now up and running.
Well, we only had a presentation and a PDF and a couple people with an idea. So seeing it go from 4 years from a concept to a full-blown operation that's had, 5.7 million hours worked on it. I mean, it's surreal. I never would have imagined it would happen like this and so fast.
We're very proud of what we've done. We updated a feasibility study. We financed the project, put it in construction, which we've accomplished on time and on budget. So we're extremely proud of that whole sequence of events that we've managed to do seamlessly one after the other since we created the company.
We need also a lot of expats, a lot of knowledge from other areas of the country to bring this technology and knowledge to this region. In all that this represents, we need those support for Guyanese, Ecuadorian, Peruvian, Chilean, Canadian. They work as instructors, as teachers, bringing this to another level.
I love this sector because it's very dynamic. And one thing that people don't appreciate is how social it is. I mean, this is a massive project if you look around. And it's created 2,000 jobs during construction, 1,000 jobs during operation. You come in and you build skills, you teach people, people come together. What I like about our team is that it's a team of doers. Everyone rolls up their sleeve and we're young and dynamic, which is fantastic for me because we can all grow together over the next 10, 15 years.
It's not mechanical, it's not instrumentation, it's really people that make this possible. So I think this is, for me, the most amazing achievement.
Being able to reach commercial production in September is a great accomplishment. So we were able to pour first gold in July, and now we're consistently producing gold on a daily basis. And to be producing gold and peak gold environment that we're in. So we couldn't have timed that any better, even if we had tried. For us, Tocantinzinho was always going to be the first asset to get the company going. So now that's been accomplished, going to be generating great cash flow.
The next step for G Mining is taking the team from here, moving them to Guyana, and doing the same thing over again, just for a much bigger project.
We've acquired Oko West with the merger with Reunion Gold. So for us, that's the next leg of growth where we're looking essentially to repeat what we've done here at Tocantinzinho. With the combined assets, we'll be able to reach 500,000 ounces of production, which is a great milestone to graduate into an intermediate status producer.
So all of that was only made possible, obviously, with the support of our shareholders. As you can see in the top left table, you saw Mr. Naguib Sawiris make an appearance, and he's the principal of La Mancha. And you saw Paul Brink, the CEO of Franco-Nevada, who both attended our mine opening ceremony in Brazil in October. And more these days, in addition to having the attention of specialty mining funds, we are also attracting the attention of generalist investors and the indices as well. So out of the 13 companies that cover us, we have a universal buy or outperform rating, and we're the top pick of 6 of the names as well. So we have been rewarded and recognized for our consistent de-risking and execution at TZ and then also corporately. So since making the construction decision, which is the beginning of that timeline, to today, we have generated over 300% share price accretion, which is significantly outperforming the gold price and the junior gold index, which is GDXJ. And for those of you who bought shares after last year's conference, you would have seen a 75% accretion to your value as well, which also outpaces the other comparables. So here are some of the upcoming catalysts that we have. And interestingly, we'll be looking to make a construction decision at Oko West in Guyana in the middle of the year, or more likely the second half of this year, after we complete our feasibility study and also obtain the final permit, both anticipated to be in Q2 of this year. So we invite you to come along for that second ride along the Lassonde curve with us.